A big talk, because you want to be known as a competitor. You want to be known as a tough guy. But
it's flared outside to Sharp. Underhands over to Bronny James. Turns the corner. Connect. Pressured by Tumani. Off to Bronny James.
Unbelievable! Ladies and gentlemen, I have been to the Great Wall of China. I have seen the pyramids of Egypt. I've even witnessed a grown man satisfy a camel. But never in all my years as a sportscaster have I witnessed something as improbable, as impossible as what we've witnessed here today.
When it comes to the biggest Bronny James fans, the biggest Bronny James defenders, these people are the most deranged, out of touch, and now delusional people on the face of this planet. When it comes to Bronny James, it is almost their life goal, their life mission, to will him into being an NBA player. And here's a trend I have noticed. If Bronny plays bad in a game, plays bad for a week, heck, even plays bad for a month, these fans will ignore it. They will cast it aside. To them, it never happened. Then all of a sudden, Bronny James is one highlight. Scores a point, heck, even just makes one jump shot. It is a celebration, a monumental deal. It proves Bronny James belongs. He is an NBA player. Now, the next game, he plays bad. He bricks every shot. Does not play good defense. Ignore it. It did not really happen. Let us focus on the positives and his one made basket. Little shake and bake on the outside. Pull up. Block from behind. Minnesota really likes what he presents inside. Driving hard. And Bronny, Scott speaking of defense, stepped right in front of it. James all the way. James. Music. Sorry. That right there, for the Bronny James fanatics, is how they operate. And looking at his latest game versus the Blazers, it is a classic example of this. In this game, Bronny exploded for 5 points on 1 of 4 shooting. To these absolute morons, Bronny having this halfway decent, not terribly awful game is proof he belongs, and is proof he is an NBA player. He is delusional. For someone like Bronny James, 25% in an NBA game is considered a success, a monumental feat, and an accomplishment for him to prove he is an NBA player. For the Bronny fanatics, that is what they think. For rational fans, reasonable fans, we think the exact opposite. We see that standard as being beneath the floor. And until he improves, Bronny James is a make-a-wish player and not worthy of an NBA roster spot. As we look at Nick Smith Jr. compared to Bronny James, it is a Grand Canyon-sized gap. Smith Jr. had 25 points, 6 dimes, 2 steals on phenomenal shooting. Bronny James, 5 points, 6 dimes, 1 steal on 25% shooting. The reaction to Bronny James scoring 5 points? They celebrated. And if his name was Bronny Smith Jr., not Bronny James Jr., nobody would care. If Bronny James scored 20 points, not even 25 points, these delusional fans who cherry-pick everything would put him in the Hall of Fame on the spot. It is funny because it is true. Like I said over and over again, why people dislike Bronny James is the media circus surrounding him and the constant promotion of him doing very minimal things on a court that for other people, nobody cares about. This guy gets a rebound. It is a viral highlight. He makes one dunk. It proves he belongs. He is a legit NBA player. I am here to tell you, even with those dunks and rebounds that are not impressive, Bronny James, he still sucks. As we look at his stats, he is one of the worst players in the NBA. 1.4 points, 18% shooting from 3, 25% overall. And looking at his minutes per game, right now we are at 13.0. Compared to last year, it is nearly doubled. Now, here's the kicker. Bronny James' points per game is at 1.4. His fouls per game is 1.6. Music, oh no, this cannot be. When you look at Bronny James in his sophomore season, getting more minutes, more shots, more opportunities, time and time again, this dude does not come through. And even compared to someone like Nick Smith Jr., a fellow bench warmer, that comparison to James, it is simply unfair. So looking at the absolute worst NBA players, the worst of the worst, let's compare Bronny James to those guys to make a fair comparison. Right now for the 2025 to 2026 season, a total of 37 NBA players who play 10-plus minutes per game and average under 5 points per game. In total, 37 players. Bronny ranks as one of those players, and he is absolutely putrid. Points per game, dead last. Field goal percentage, dead last. 2-point percentage, third to last. True shooting percentage, second to last. Defensive rating, dead last. And turnovers, 25th. See if Bronny can do something offensively. Try to force the issue underneath. Lost control of it, and now on the line, it is Bronny's turn. He does not bring it down. Does he settle? Not at all. That is not a good pass. It is not a good pass. Nothing to see here. Even when compared to bottom 40 bench players in the NBA who are the least productive offensively, this guy, compared to those players, still comes in dead last in the vast majority of categories. And I would say it proves Bronny is not an NBA player and not worthy of the hype and attention that he gets on a daily basis. And like I said before, this guy has one dunk, one highlight. That is all it takes. These absolute morons will come out of the woodwork saying James, he belongs. He has proven fans wrong. He is a legit NBA player. These people cannot be reasoned with. And what you have to do is shove facts in their face again and again. So, right now, let's do that. Looking at Bronny James' NBA career, over 3 total games on jump shots, 15 of 54. On three-pointers, 10 for 36. On layups, 6 for 19. Corner threes, 2 for 10. From mid-range, 2 for 8. If you were to say Bronny James is an average defender, even a good defender, that defensive value, that defensive impact, pales in comparison to how bad he is offensively. Right now, Bronny James has the offensive skill set of a player from the 1930s. Tries to give it off now to Bronny James. James on top. Here he goes from the top of the key. Oh, shake and bake it. AR drives. Bronny having some issues now with 3, with 2. Bronny in the corner. AR my case. So, like I have said over and over again, Bronny's offensive game, it is really non-existent. The potential is not there. And shooting-wise, he is one of the worst players in the game. So looking at his defense, the quote-unquote strength for Bronny James, even on that end, I really do not see it. But Aiden could not. Well, that was good anticipation by Jeremy. Oh, they did not pick up the ball. To the Lakers with a 5-point lead. Sissoko turns the corner. Nice find. Sharp takes it in deep with power. And still, as Stu mentioned, 6.5 to play. Mitchell goes all the way and with an 11-point lead. Winding it down with 4, with 3, with 2. Holiday ball away. Jump shot junior. Here he goes again. Boy, what a leader he was on that. They are going to take one from downtown. Quick 6 points off the bench for Connect. And it is 76-70. Underneath. Go. Almost a foe. There are times when I like to see him, just play like he would be at the Y. Pounding the floor in tight. Grant Boy had a little stutter right there. Little stutter step with 3 minutes to go. If you think Bronny James is a legit NBA player, a rotation player, you have to ignore his bad shooting, him being undersized, and being very, very timid. To prove Bronny belongs, you have to block out 99.9% of his game.